Hello guys, welcome to lesson 2 of our module 4 of Git cycle. And in this lesson you are going to see how to perform some of the operation in Git repository, local repository. And basically you're going to see how to add files, how to check the status, how to stage these files, etc. So without further ado, let us dive in and see. If you can remember, if I can get into our folder that we had created earlier, which is Git course. And if I can list here, if you can remember, we had created two folders, git course.git, which will be our remote repository for now, and git test. So if I'm going to get into our local repository, which is git_test, and inside this guy, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a file. Let us say test.txt. That is a simple text file. So, and what I'm going to do is that for this text file, I'm going to add some simple text, and then inside this guy. So we have our file here, test.txt, and in this text document, I'm going just to add some simple text here. Let me just say testing git locally, like that, and then I'm just going to save this file. So if now I go to our command palette, and now I check the status of our repo, I just do git status, and as you can see down here, it will tell me that I have untracked file in my local repository. In other words, if you can remember, let me just pull up our paint here so that I can explain. So in other words, if you can remember, I said, if you have a working repository, or if you have a working space like this, Git will be initialized as we have seen. Then I will add a file. I added a file which is test.txt. But now this file need to go through a process. Number one, it need to be staged. It need to go to the staging area. So currently the file is still here, and I need to add it to the staging area. And once I've added it in the staging area, and then I can commit it now, or I can save it into the Git repository. All right. And the way I said that this staging area is managed, or is just inside this Git. All right. So I push it to the staging area, and once the file has been staged, then I can add, or I can save it in the Git repository. So now if I check on my Git, this file, I'm told that this is an untracked file, which simply means that the file hasn't been staged. So to stage a file, I can just say git, and then I can just say add, like this. And then to stage a specific file, I can just pass the name of the file here, which is test.txt. This will stage a specific file. While if I want to stage all the files that are in this folder, I can just do like -a. This means stage all the files. All right. So this will stage the file. And if again I check the status of Git like this, if I say Git status, it will tell me that now there is changes to be committed. All right. Which means now that our file is now on the stage position. Now it is ready for commit, is ready for saving. All right. So that is how you push your file from the working space to the staging area. So in the next lesson, I want us to look on how to commit this file, on how to check the commit status and stuff concerning commits.